October the 5th in Derry is generally understood to have been the beginning of the Troubles. But the background to it was that the Civil Rights Association had been formed the year before. That's 1967. The first organised civil rights march was from Coalisland to Dungannon, and this year we celebrate the 50th anniversary of that important event. The march never reached its proposed destination because loyalists, in their traditional way, had occupied the intended meeting point, and the RUC supported them by stopping the march en route. That march simply stopped in the middle of the road by the RUC, proceeded to make their speeches. They sang the civil rights song, "We Shall Overcome," and then turned and went home. So an entirely peaceful response to what was a fairly provocative interference with a legally notified and legal march. The 5th of October was the next major mobilisation. Civil Rights Association was a very early example of a pan-nationalist front, since people from all political traditions, particularly within nationalism, because they were the community that were being denied basic civil rights. So liberals and socialists and republicans and nationalists, generally speaking, with a number of people, very honourable people from the unionist tradition, were the leaders of the civil rights movement and demanding equal rights for all. The significance of the 5th of October in Derry in 1968 was that the RUC came in two separate groups, one formed behind the march, the other in front, and they came with two water cannons, two weapons, if you like, that had never ever been used before in civil disorder anywhere in terms of Britain or Ireland. So clearly they came looking for confrontation. They came expecting confrontation. And that, I think, has been a tragedy, mostly for the unionist people, because out of it flowed a series of consequences, including eventually the loss of their own government, a government that had been in position for more than 50 years, a government which had actively discriminated and suppressed the rights of the nationalist community. And really, it was a lost opportunity in terms of a peaceful resolution to the manifest injustices of the six-county state. So this Saturday's commemoration is an important reenactment, because many of those basic human rights, particularly those that are the foundation of a rights-based society, and I think, again, they make the point in terms of the long-term and strategic interests of the unionist tradition in the island of Ireland. A rights-based society is the best guarantee that they can have, that they will be treated better than they were able to treat their nationalist neighbours. So I appeal to people to turn out in strong numbers. Let's exceed those who turned out on the very first Civil Rights March in August of 1968. And let's ensure that a very clear and committed, if you like, demand is presented to the governments, the Irish government as much as the British government, to address those issues of a rights-based society that are enshrined in the Good Friday Agreement.